Living by Design with host Cathy Holloway Hill. Cathy is a strong, powerful voice. She entertains, informs, and inspires her audiences everywhere she goes.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I am Cathy Holloway Hill, and you are looking at the Living by Design show. And I am so excited to be here with you today because I have so many incredible announcements. We are going to be taking our show to a brand new level, and we want you to come along with us. This is the year of you. You are going to be brand new in 2022 and beyond. So this year, we are going to begin a brand new segment that will be featured only on our Living by Design YouTube channel. And everyone who is viewing this show on the WHMB TV40 network, we love our WHMB TV40 network family. But we're going to be expanding our YouTube channel. So we love you for joining us on our TV show. But in addition to our TV show, we're now going to incorporate our Noon Nugget. Now, I don't know if you remember the Noon Nugget from a couple of years back. I would go on Facebook Live every day at noon and give just a little piece of life enhancement advice about lots of different topics. Now, many of you may know, and for those who already know, and for those who don't, I'll just let you know right now, in addition to the many hats that I wear and the many roles that I play, I am a psychologist. And I'm a licensed psychologist. I don't do clinical work, but I incorporate my psychology education into my life coaching, my life strategy design, and in everything that I do in my career. So I am going to now incorporate it into the Living by Design YouTube channel. So before I start to begin telling you, I want you to go right now and log on via your cell phone, your iPad, your computer, your laptop, however you can get to YouTube, and subscribe to Living by Design with Cathy Holloway Hill, okay? Because you are going to be involved in this. This is going to be like having your own therapist, your own psychologist, or whatever name you want to put on it, because everyone, life coach, your own life coach, everyone needs help in designing their life. Everyone needs help in making critical life decisions that can make or break whatever goal it is you're trying to achieve and accomplish. So I am going to be that person for you. So go to Living by Design, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll tell you about why you should subscribe in a minute. But the first thing I want to start out by saying, the reason I'm so excited about this is because we have come through a very difficult last few years with everything going on as far as our physical health, losing loved ones to this pandemic, and having to even deal with our own health challenges with the pandemic, and having to deal with our own health challenges mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, all of it. So this is a very, very critical piece, and I'm so excited to add this to the Living by Design YouTube channel, because what we're going to do is every day I am going to give you a nugget, very similar to when I was doing the Noon Nugget. And I have actually heard from quite a few of you, and I'm very excited about that. I've heard from quite a few of you via emails and on Messenger and Facebook, on social media, asking, when is the Noon Nugget coming back? Well, it's back, and we are going to be featuring it right here. So I want to ask you a question because I want you to understand how critical this is for you. What do you do, or where do you go when you're in a dilemma? Who do you talk to when you need advice? I could probably answer that question for you. And I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, you probably ask one of your friends, right? Or maybe you ask a parent, or maybe you ask a grandparent, or maybe you ask a neighbor or a coworker. The point that I'm making here is 9 times out of 10, most people will ask someone who's not qualified to give advice. They're struggling with their own lives. They have their own problems. And I promise you, the answer and advice that they give you is going to be riddled with their own drama. So they're going to give you their advice to the best of their ability. So I want to bring more value to you so you can have a place to come and ask your questions. So throughout this segment and throughout this year and beyond, I want you to feel free to send your questions to me. From this day forward, I will be the one that you can come to when you have a dilemma, or you need a question answered, or you don't know which way to turn, or you're dealing with something that is this very emotionally disturbing. And I know we all have a lot of that right now, everyone. And if you don't, I don't really know where you've been living for the last few years, because it's happening all over the globe. We have violence, we have sickness, we have death, we have destruction, we have divisiveness, we have so many things going on that could really hurt us in all aspects of our life. So send your questions, comments, or whatever you want to say to me to Cathy at chollowayhill.com. It's on your screen. And you can put the subject line, Living by Design question, new nugget question, however you want to put in the subject line, but just make sure you go ahead and ask your question in the body of the email. If you want me to read it on the air, let me know. And then I can read it on the air. Someone else may have that same dilemma. So you could be helping someone else. If I will not give your name. I will not give the name of the individual unless you want me to. But I will not. The default is that I will not provide your name when I answer the question online. Okay. So if I choose your question as the new nugget, I will not give your name. So I wanted to make sure that you understand how we're going to do this. And so the biggest thing that you need to do right now is just go and subscribe to the Living by Design YouTube channel, because there are benefits for doing that. But before I get into that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with more of this incredible expansion. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. I'm Cathy Holloway Hill, and we are still here. And I am helping you to understand our new expansion for our Living by Design YouTube channel. So now I want to let you know that the reason it is very important that you subscribe to the YouTube channel is because you don't want to have to keep checking back every single day or every other day to see what good nugget has been uploaded. So if you subscribe, you'll just get an email notification, or however you get your notifications, via email or through your phone, and it will let you know that a new nugget has been uploaded. And also, we will be doing incentive giveaways to all of our subscribers because we value you, we love you, and it is our commitment to make sure that we enhance your life in so many different areas. Because every decision that you make and every step that you take begins in your mind. So when you make the decision to do whatever it is you make the decision to do, it is going to help you or hurt you. So in this aspect, I'm asking you to make the decision to subscribe, because this is my gift to you. Now, there was a time when I had thought about designing my website for paying subscribers to receive all of the nuggets and all of the videos and all of the life coaching and all of the information that I'm going to be providing to you for free. So all you have to do is subscribe. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to give a credit card. Just subscribe. So that is my gift to you. And I also want you to know that there are so many different areas in our lives that we struggle with. And as I stated in the first segment, these last few years have just amplified that to a whole new level. I have spoken to people who have actually come to me for advice, and I have asked them the question. And 100% of the time, they all answer the same way. And the question is, have you talked to a psychologist about this? Do you have a therapist? And 100% of the time, they say no. And I say, why not? And you can imagine the answer that I get after that. I don't need one. Well, actually, you do. When you think about your health, how many of you have a primary care doctor? How many of you go to the doctor for an annual exam to get your cholesterol checked, your blood pressure checked, your blood sugar checked, your liver enzymes checked, your kidney function checked, all the things that major organs in your body, your heart. The same way that we need to make sure we're staying up on those things, we also need to make sure that we are keeping our emotional and mental and psychological health in check. Because everything begins in the mind, and disease also begins in the mind. Because if you are overwrought with worry, anxiety, depression, stress, these things can have a monumental impact on your physical health. And there are research, scientific studies that are out there that prove just that. So that's why I am giving this gift to you, because it's very important that you understand how critical it is that we take care of our mental health and we focus on our mental health and we accept the gift of providing free mental health. So this is something we all have to come together now. This is a time when, we all have to give back. And this is my way of giving back. And all you have to do is just take it, just grab it. Even if you don't need it, you just subscribe to the YouTube channel and take a peek. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago when I was doing the Noonday Nugget, and this was before the pandemic, when I was doing the Noonday Nugget, a lot of the things that I was saying then really still apply, and they always will. So what I want to do right now is I want to take a peek back at some of the nuggets that I was giving during that time. So let's take a quick look at some of those.
It's just a really quick motivational message about those three: focus, faith, and feedback, because they align so very well. And when I say focus, I'm talking about focusing on your goals, focusing on what you are put on this earth to do. If you're convinced that your someday is going to be your best day, then you're not going to put enough into today. Trying to please everyone, which you guys should know by now, trying to please everybody is like trying to drain the ocean with a teaspoon, which is impossible. We have to have people we trust, love, know, who have similar goals in our network and circle, who we can get that feedback from. Someone needs to hold us accountable, because sometimes we can't hold ourselves accountable because we get caught up in what other people are thinking about us. And I just told you what I thought about that. We cannot allow anyone to throw us off track. So ask the people that you trust, you love, you know, for that feedback that you need, because that could be the best gift It is a gift. It just keeps on giving. If we focus on what other people think about us, then we're going to get sidetracked and knocked off balance. And, we're going to be thinking about, well, I'll put it off to tomorrow. Or I'll put it off until so-and-so accepts me or validates me or loves me. But, we can't do that, because if we believe that our someday is going to be our best day, then we're not going to put enough into today. And that's what we have to do.
So as you can see, there were things there that were very critical and very important that you need to know. Because a lot of us get caught up in what other people think about us. A lot of us get caught up in, oh, I was a failure in that area of my life. I wasn't able to accomplish my goal in this area of my life. And our mind gets stuck in a place where we can't grow. And every single day, we must keep going and growing. And if we don't continue on that journey of growth, then we just stop. Because life enhancement, life growth, achieving your goals, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a journey. And it's called a journey for a reason, because you go and you grow and you will continue on that journey every single day of your life until there is no more life. So you can't say, oh, I'm 65 years old. I know all I need to know. Well, actually, you don't. Every single person has to have some type of enhancement, inspiration, motivation, and learning. We must learn from our pain. We must grow through our pain. Yeah, absolutely. We go through our pain, but there's a difference in going through your pain and growing through your pain. And that's what these new nugget segments are going to be about on the Living by Design YouTube channel. And there are going to be times, just like the new nuggets when I was doing it back then, there are going to be times when you just need that quick hit. It's not going to be a long show. We're still going to be doing our TV shows, but it's not going to be a long show like we do with our guests when we have a guest on to talk about whatever the topic is. But it's going to be a quick hit. And you may just need a quick hit for the day. Like some people take shots of vodka just to calm down. Well, that's what this is, a quick shot to help you make it through. So we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to be right back with more. Welcome back. I am here, Cathy Holloway Hill, and I hope you're gaining some value from this, because I am very excited to kick off this new segment on our Living by Design YouTube channel. So again, I am going to remind you to go and subscribe. That's all you have to do is subscribe. And also, I want you to send me your questions, your dilemma. Let me know what you're feeling, dealing with, your thoughts, your emotions. Send me an email. If you want me to read your question, I will. If you don't, I won't read it. I'll just answer back directly to your email. And if you don't want your name mentioned, I also will honor your wish with that. So what I'd like to just go over a little bit are some of the topics that I did talk some about the new nuggets when I did it a while ago, which you saw a few clips of that. But I want to talk about some of the topics that are very important in our lives today, where we have our goals centered around these areas, because they're all areas that can really give us the incredibly wonderful, blessed life that we all look for. The first one is love. We all want love. We all look for love. But we look for love in others instead of finding love within ourselves. And until you can find love within yourself, it's not going to be an effective adventure on finding love in someone else. Because who you are, the love that you are on the inside of you, is what you're going to attract to you. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be giving you coaching advice, psychological advice, all types of advice that you need to achieve your goals in that area of love. And there's also a lot in that topic that, I could just go through all of them. Mindset, your attitude, your beliefs, your comfort zone, what advice you take from other people, and how do you use that advice? I mean, do you try to incorporate it? I mentioned earlier about depending on who you ask for advice, you're getting all of their drama along with the drama that you're trying to get away from in your own life. So there's a lot that goes under that category. And I believe the biggest piece that goes under that category of love is, one, everyone wants to find that special love. And two, everyone wants to be loved. So if you want to be loved, you must first give love. And in order to give love, it has to be inside of you. So if you don't love yourself, it's not inside of you. So we're going to be really focusing a lot on that, because that will morph into your relationships. And if you are in a relationship, but you're struggling with loving yourself, or you're struggling with some of these other things I just mentioned, then you're going to have problems in your relationships. You're going to struggle with communication. You're going to struggle with trust. You're going to struggle with how to resolve conflict effectively. A lot of people don't even think that matters, but the way you resolve conflict can make or break your relationship, whether it's a marriage, friendship, or any type of relationship. I mean, we have a lot of relationships with our parents and our siblings and our children and our coworkers, and so many relationships. It's not just marriage, and it's not just your boyfriend or your girlfriend. There are lots of different relationships. So see how all of this kind of threads together and comes together. And that's why these quick shots, quick hits of nuggets is going to help you be able to put all the pieces of your life together. And then you have the area of health. And we talked about physical health and mental and emotional, psychological, spiritual, financial. There's so many different health areas that we need to focus on. And I know the pandemic has placed everyone in a very difficult place, because initially when the pandemic began, there were some lockdowns. And even now, when there are no lockdowns, people are staying home more to avoid going out, being exposed. So what do you do when you stay in the house? Most of the time, not all, but most of the time, you eat. So a lot of people are struggling with weight loss. A lot of people are struggling with self-esteem as a result of, weight gain, and self-esteem as a result of, weight loss also. Some are struggling with weight gain. Some are struggling with weight loss. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of people that when they get stressed and they are depressed, they don't eat. They lose weight. That's me. But there are also a lot of people who, when they get stressed and depressed, they do eat and they gain weight. And I believe there are more of those than there are me. So I just think that is an area that is very critical that I will be touching on. And then there's the area of career choices. How is your career working out for you? I have heard so many statistics about people who are quitting their jobs. Why are you quitting your job? To find something better that pays more? Or are you quitting your job because you suddenly discovered your purpose? We all have a purpose in life. We all have a passion to do something. We were placed on this earth to do something. And a lot of people really work hard to find that something. They work very hard to turn their passion into payment. They want to turn that into something that they can pull from and live from. And I applaud all the people who are doing that, because there are so many people who are in jobs that they hate. And when you're in a job that you hate, it can take years off your life. Stress can take years off your life. Being in a stressful marriage, relationship can take years off your life. And yes, there are also scientific studies that show when you're in a happy marriage and you're fulfilled and you're full of joy and peace and contentment, and the love is flowing and you're feeling it and seeing it and hearing it, and it's all combined, statistics show and research shows that you live longer. So all of these things are very important. I'm going to be talking about your careers. I'm going to be talking about how you start a new career, become an entrepreneur. I'm going to be talking about all of these things if you're interested in that. But these new nuggets are a full map of how you want to design your life, because it's all about you. So as I close, I want to make sure you know, email me, Cathy at chollowayhill.com, and let me know what you need help with. I am, as of this moment, your psychologist, your therapist. So I'm looking forward to your emails. I'm looking forward to starting this journey with you, because it is a journey. And I know that we're going to have an incredible outcome. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Send those letters. Good night, everyone.